Xavier Gens is the director of the science fiction horror film Cold Skin 2017. The novel Cold Skin by Albert Sánchez Piol, which was released in 2002, serves as the inspiration for the film. In 1914, a young Englishman travels to an isolated island in the South Atlantic for a year of employment as a weather watcher. The only other person living on the island is Gruner, the caretaker of the imperfectly guarded lighthouse, who coldly welcomes him and the ship's captain. When he and the captain hunt for the previous weather observer,
I said, where is the weather official?
they discover he's missing. According to Gruner, the previous weather observer cannot board the ship since he passed away from typhus, perhaps while swimming in the sea, and nobody has been found. Although the captain offers to take the visitor with him, the man refuses.
I appreciate your concern, but I'm not about to turn back now.
The man, who wishes to remain anonymous, explores the island and notices unusual rock formations on the shore. When he gets back to the cabin, he discovers the previous meteorologist's diary, describing strange sea creatures attacking. Shortly after reading this, the creatures begin to attack him at night. When one of the animals peeks through the floorboards, he hides in the cellar and pokes it, sending it running. He tries to get into the lighthouse the following day by calling Gruner, but to no avail.
Gruner!
He finds a gun inside the cabin among the luggage and fortifies the cabin in an effort to defend himself. The creatures arrive at night, and he fires at them. There are eventually too many for them to handle, so he's forced to resort to setting a fire. This drives them away but destroys the cabin. The following day, he observes Gruner leaving the lighthouse and follows him to the cliffs, where he finds a female marine animal. Gruner stops him from shooting her and demonstrates how calm she is. The guy is given the name Friend by Gruner, who also says that no matter how harsh her master is, she would remain loyal to him like a dog. She heals Friend's injured hand by licking it. Friend requests Gruner's permission to stay in the lighthouse in exchange for sharing ammunition and other supplies, and Gruner agrees. He questions whether the monster's continued chase of the lighthouse is motivated by a desire to recapture the female marine animal. The following evening, more animals attack, but Friend passes out, causing Gruner to become furious at his helplessness and orders him to perform routine tasks like fetching water. The following night, Gruner confines Friend outside on the balcony and gives him his revolver so he can try to defend himself from the monsters.
Shoot! Shoot, damn it! Shoot! Shoot! One last chance!
He's still alive and coated with creature blood when Gruner finds him the next morning. The animals attack on multiple occasions, forcing the two men to remain alert at all times. The two men fall into a routine. Friend learns Gruner has been sleeping with the female creature. Gruner abuses the creature physically and sexually while Friend comes to like her and names her Anaris.
I have decided to give her a name. Anaris.
Friend recalls his motivation for visiting the island, which was to find peace in nothingness. The two are overrun by animals one night, which puts them in grave danger of dying. Gruner is severely injured on the foot as he escapes upstairs after they lock themselves inside the lighthouse light room. The animals head out to the sea at first light. Gruner's injured foot is being treated by Anaris. Gruner blocks Friend from calling for help when he tries to signal a passing ship, and Anaris tries to shield him, which enrages Gruner.
Get out of my way, boy!
A friend starts gathering whale bones and carving them while going along the shore. Anaris follows him to an abandoned boat on the shore when he shows her one that resembles a boat. When he tells Gruner about it,
I found a rowboat.
I know of it.
Gruner responds that the boat is too small to be utilized as a means of leaving the island, and that he was aware it was there since a Portuguese man had used it to survive a shipwreck but was killed by the animals. He claims that although the ship's cargo included dynamite, it was waterlogged.
Dynamite smugglers. Found some crates washed up ashore.
Friend expresses a desire to investigate the shipwreck, but Gruner does not.
What is it about blowing up 1,000 toads you don't like?
Suicide mission. I'm not going down in that water.
Scared?
Gruner changes his mind, however, out of jealousy after spotting Friend swimming in a pool with Anaris, secretly hoping that Friend could perish in the endeavor. They row the boat out to the wreck, where they then dive to look for the dynamite with the help of Friend, who dons on an old diving suit. He notices the animal's smaller versions playing as he goes to retrieve some. When they get back, they see that the recovered dynamite is ready for use. To get as many sea creatures to the lighthouse as possible before blowing up the dynamite, Friend and Gruner devise a scheme in the hopes that the display of force will scare them away. Aniris is forced onto the balcony and compelled to sing in an effort to draw them in. Gruner tries to explode the explosives, but fails as the animals attack, requiring Friend to run to the top of the lighthouse and reconnect the explosives. Many of the animals are killed by the explosion that follows. Gruner blows up a second batch of bombs near to the lighthouse, knocking Friend and himself unconscious. In the morning, Gruner uses a bayonet to kill the dying and injured creatures who are lying on the seashore. When Friend notices that one of the dead creatures is wearing a necklace, he begins to think that the creatures are more advanced than Gruner portrays them to be. Gruner throws it into the ocean out of frustration. He explains that he saved Aniris, the sea creature, when she was a baby and got entangled in a net years ago. He felt she owed him her life. The animals don't attack the next night, and Friend assumes that a loud weeping sound coming from the sea that night is grief. Aniris disappears. Friend comes upon a picture of Gruner as a young man with a wife when Gruner is sleeping. Friend continues to stroll along the shore while leaving a carved gift for the creatures. He finds a young creature exploring his present. Then Aniris reappears. This time seems to be more self-assured and bold. Gruner fires a rifle at them to break them up. A greater number of the creatures have appeared behind Aniris, and Friend tries to explain to him that they wish to call for peace. When Aniris ignores Gruner's commands to come back to him, he cries out that no one leaves Gruner. Running back to the lighthouse, he fires the boy with a flare, killing him when it hits him in the chest. Friend chases Gruner while he keeps firing flares and, after a fight, pushes him to the ground and stabs him in the leg. However, Gruner gets the upper hand and attacks Friend with an axe. When Friend learns that Gruner is the former meteorologist, he orders Gruner to stop, informing him that he is not a killer. Gruner drops the axe and stumbles outside to be killed by the sea creatures. Sometime later, the next ship comes to place Friend. He's mistaken for Gruner, the lighthouse keeper, by the captain, and Friend does not correct him. He continues to play the part while reflecting on the fact that he has now found the peace he was seeking. The film is founded on a metaphor for mortal life. People are always looking for favors from others and are power hungry. When Gruner finds himself on the island, as humans, he wants a future in which he continues to be the only leader. On the other hand, the animals provide the positiveness that we require. For our selfishness, hundreds of thousands of good actions die. However, white hands always prevail in the end. In the film, Gruner was finally put to death by the creatures. That's it for the video, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you can watch more videos like this.